So I'm gonna share my screen again. And actually, we're gonna delete everything from milestone 2 to milestone 3. It's just there to show us how to send and receive message. Wait. Do you see my screen? Oh, it looks so weird. All right. Chat. Good. Yeah. So sad. Like half the team is offline and half the team is online. So they went ahead and had their own meeting without telling any one of us academic teams. So we had our own meeting. Right. Let's go back to milestone 2. So I'm gonna explain everything here again. No, I think I would just delete everything and do it again. Yeah. So milestone 2 and 3 they are just here to show you that how we connect to WebSocket and how we send data and receive data, right? So I'm gonna delete 2 and 3 and then start from milestone 4, right? So we can actually build a chat app. But before that, if you ever yeah, we don't need 2 and 3 for 4. Actually, yes, 2 and 3 is just like a demo on how you will do stuff. All right. So before moving on to milestone 4, I will explain here the 3 function here. So everything, I wrap up everything here. We create a connection whenever the client join the server using this event, the connection event, right? The connection event here. And then I had another event called count updated. This event is used for the server to send the data to the client. And on the client side, I had to listen to this event, always listen to this event. And I will show you the code here. So on the client side, always take a look at this. If you cannot figure out which one is client, which one is server, you can take a look at the name here, front end. Maybe it's too small, but you can take a look at on the left hand side here. Right? You see app.js with capital A, you mean, okay, this is React, right? That's a trick. So you can follow quicker. Right. So on the front end side, we need to listen to short event, the count updated event. And actually, I put it inside use effect because I want that when this application, this component app here loaded, I want to start this function right away. Right. And this function will listen to count updated event and then set state whatever the value, the data that the server sent us. And then if you take a look at our server here, so there are 2 places that we trigger this event on the backend side. The first one is gonna be when the client join the server. That's one. And the second time we trigger this event is whenever a client click on the increment button. It doesn't matter who. Like if there's some random guy click on that button, we will increase the number count here, and then we send it to all the clients. And actually, we have 3 ways to send data. First way, io.emit mean we send to all the clients, right? Second, socket.emit meaning we only send to the current client. For example, if I am client A, I had to start a server. Sorry. Let me start a server. npm run dev. And this one I'm starting the front end. Okay. I like this movie. Not this one. The Victim Games. I'm gonna watch it. All right. So here's my app. So currently I'm client A, for example. I click this. I'm gonna open another one. So client A will click the number, and client B also have to see it. So if I change something here, if I go to my backend code and I change it to socket.emit, right? I expect that only me or only the person who clicked the button see the change, right? For example here, everything is 0, right? And if I click the button here, what? Why something wrong? Oh, it's crashed, sorry. Socket, damn, socket. So when I click this, I expect only me to see the number change. Right, 6 here. Right, refresh. I think I need to refresh the server here. Refresh the server. Then, so everything is 0 now. If I click 1 here, only me see the change, right? See, it's 10 now. But if I switch to this window, I don't see the number updated, right? Because on the backend side, I only send the updated count to this client, the current client, not all of them, just one client, the current client, that the one who clicked the button. So if I want to send to all clients, I have to do io.emit, sending to all clients. If I want to send to everyone, except the current one, except the current one, except the current one, you would do something socket.broadcast and .emit. Okay. I see. In what case you? Good question. Maybe when you want to notify the other people that someone joined the server, for example, right? So when you join the server, you don't have to notify that guy, that person, right? And you only need to notify the other. So that one case. Okay, so let's go back and change this one to socket.emit, io.emit, sorry. So right here we have 3 different use case for 3 different function. Okay, is everything clear before I delete everything and start my son 4? Yep. So this function should be inside the use effect. I forgot to mention that because originally Myson 2 and 3 was written using handlebars, not React. Okay. Okay. Do you think we should practice doing Myson 1, 3 on our own? Actually, you don't have to do 2 and 3. Really, I don't think you should do 2 and 3 again. Just move on to 4. Basically, it's the same. I had 2 and 3 here, so for something to make sense to you, because everyone like to see the number goes up one by one. Okay, okay, let's do number 4 here. So now for number 4, instead of using count and updated count, right, we're gonna use a single message, just a single message. For example, I'm gonna type here, go down here. For example, client A emit a message, emit something, emits a message something in an event, let's say event message, right? And then the server have to listen to event message, right? And then it will what? Yes, it could broadcast io.emit to on all the clients, or it just to io.emit false. Okay, it doesn't matter. Or okay, and then on the client A, B, and C, all of them, maybe not really all of them, because the code is the same on clients. So clients will listen to event. So we listen to event and broadcast under in broadcast to event. Let's say what event do you want? We can call this image something in chat, for example chat, and here we call messages, right? Listen to message chat, and then we emit the data in this event messages. Messages mean all the messages that going on between the client and the server, and the chat is only something that client will send to the server, right? So the client will chat, the server cannot chat, right? So the client will chat, and the server will listen to that chat and then emit the data to event messages here. And then on the client side, we will have to listen to the message event, and then set state and render. Okay, is it very clear, right? Basically, we repeat the same thing but using different name. So now I'm gonna delete them all. This one I don't need it. Delete. Okay, go to front end. Front end here. Delete everything as well. Also this. This as well. So basically we have nothing. We only have the chat here. I'm gonna say this one is gonna be we're going to have two div. This div is for, I'm gonna say class name equal for chat log, for example. Okay, just say something will be on chat will be here, and this div class name equal to chat box, for example, input box or chat box. So this is where you're gonna type in and enter, right? So this is where we're gonna type. So I'm gonna have a form. Remember form, right? Nothing new. I guess you should remember, still remember the form. So the form here will have an input box, right? And you had to put it like this. I forgot. Maybe just that. Not sure. So keep it like this. And you have a button to submit. Okay. You can say chat. Okay, let's see what is in there. Take a look at your front end. All right. So on the chat will be down here, and here's the chat box and the button to chat. Okay. Stop me if I go too fast. Right. There's nothing new. There's only the old stuff. And here we need something to capture the chat text. Right. We need a state. Right now we don't need count. I'm gonna change this one to chat, for example, and then here set chat. And by default, the chat is gonna be an empty string. Cool. Inside here, I'm gonna say this name. The name of this input field is gonna be chat. Ooh, holy shit, so smart. Okay, so the name of this input is chat, and the type is text. Okay, So now I can have a function on submit equal something on I will tell you later. On change, you have on change here. I had a extension called tab9. It's called tab9. It's very smart. It's like it can learn your pattern, and sometimes it can predict what you're gonna type as well. It's very cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna have a property called on change. It's a built-in for form, and this on change is gonna change the chart here. I forgot the syntax. Let's define a function called handle change. Handle change equal a function. Inside a function we have e, right? E is event. E here mean event. So I'm gonna have and handle change. You can do it like this, or you can just simply use handle change. This is shorthand. This is shorthand, right? So it will, this function will automatically receive an argument called e here, and then here you're gonna do forgot how do we change this? Set chart e dot target dot value, but it's not this value. No, for handle change we don't need prevent default. Only for submit. Only when we submit we need to prevent default. Right, wait. I think something is wrong here. You can put on-chain in here and use this function, it's okay, but because we have on-chain on the form, and the form has mm, a lot of input, maybe it will have a lot of input, so we have to dot something else. I don't remember. Just say console log e dot target. Let's see what happened here. I console log it when I change. So I'm gonna close one Windows here and then take a look at the shit. Your face is everywhere. All right, so now I'm gonna chat something here. Hello. All right, so now you have target is the whole input here, right? So you need to dot chat. Could be dot chat. Dot chat. Let's see what happened. Undefined. So e dot target dot name. So you see the chart here, the name of the chart. So this one is the value. What if I say value here? So all right, so you can use value here. So I'm going to remove it. Set chart is the value of the chart. And how do we know that? I'm going to console log it here. Console log chart. So when I type, I expect to see the a console log of what I'm typing. Right now it's an empty string, right? An empty string. And then a chat hello. See? So now we can see hello. Okay, so now we need another function in order to submit a chat. So anyone asking? On change? Yeah, on change here. Right. Okay. So now we need another function called cons submit chat, for example. Right? Submit chat. Okay. This function is gonna submit the chat or like trigger an event called, and that event is gonna be chat on our backend side. Okay, so now I'm gonna define a connection to listen, a function to listen on this event chat, this chat event. So socket dot on, and here's the name of the event. What question, Hưng Ta? Yep. So you need type submit here. I do not have that yet, but it doesn't matter. I'm not submitting anything. But you need to say have on submit here. But right now we don't have anything inside, so let's just leave it. Go back to the backend. So the drawback, the cons when we work both on front end and back end is that it's very hard to decide which one we have to do first, right? So we can write everything on the back end side or write everything on the front end side and then switch to another one, or we can write them both at the same time. Uh, you don't need to a button to submit. You can just enter. On chain is actually belong to the form. You can put on chain in the input field. It's okay, but on chain actually the yeah, you can have on chain. Look at this. I proved to you that you can put on chains on the form, right? So in on-chain here, you can have a bunch of input, right? On the form here, you can have a bunch of input. If you put on-chains on the form, it can capture all the input, not just one. If you put on-chain on just one input, like you have to define many different functions. So you can set different keys here, right? Yep, correct. Man, these are React. What the? React. Uh, we will have a couple of sessions talking about React later. I mean, not later, next week, if you want. And actually, tomorrow, I will talk about one more problems with React and the way we can fix that. Right, whatever the way you want to do is okay, as long as we can capture the chat and we can send it. Right, we can capture it, we can store it inside our state, and we can send it. That's okay. Right. So go back to the backend side. This is the backend. You can see only one tab server, and now we have the message. And this one should be a function. And in here you're gonna have a message. This is the message that you send from the front end. So I'm gonna construct here message, right? So that's it. That's it. Save. Go back to the front end. I'm gonna socket dot emit, and you want to emit to this event, chat event, and the message will be what do I call it? Chat. Okay, I call it chat. Right. Now you need prevent default, and in here you need to use on submit equal function submit chat. Okay, makes sense. Let's test it. So when I chat here, I expect to see the now your face blocking again. I expect to see all the log here telling me whatever the client chat, right? So let's chat. Hello. Did I type? Okay, now you can see hello here, right? I hit enter. Actually, I hit enter on my keyboard. You didn't see me clicking the button, but I actually hit the return button. Okay, so now the backend actually received the message. So next step, backend is gonna emit the message to all the clients, right? So it's gonna be io.emit, and we're gonna emit the this event messages here, like the messages that coming from all the clients, and here's the message, right? Simple. Let's keep it simple for now. And then I'm gonna move to the front end. Now we need a something to listen socket. We need to listen on that messages event socket dot on, and then we have messages, and then this event will receive message, right? Let's say msg, and now we can set this is important. What do we want to set? So for now, just console log it. For now, just console log whatever we want to send, right? All right, I'm gonna save. So this is where we have done in milestone 2 and 3, nothing else. The only difference is that we have a input box instead of just a button. Okay. Okay. Test it. When I type and hit chat here, I expect I will receive something from the backend. Let me open another Windows here. No, go away. Open another window here and open the console log. What did I press? No, go away. Don't save. Right. Okay. So here's my console. Here also my console. I will chat here. Hello from the other side. Right. You see the chat, and this guy, he also see the chat. Okay. So now, how do we render the chat? How do we render the chat? Okay, I'm gonna wait. Yes. I was waiting for question. So what's the question? Feed me the question. Why don't we see the single letter as we type anymore? I removed the console log already. Okay, need time to type. Really? Yeah, maybe I think like there's something called FPS, right? It's frame per second. And the zoom, I think the maximum FPS is like 24. So skip a lot of actions. So if I do things too fast, it's gonna skip some frames. That's why you can hardly see it. Yeah, that exactly, Nhân. It's like I have never called along when Charles were giving the lecture. Like almost everyone spend like they spend a lot of time. They spend all of their time looking at the screen or on the bar. They didn't have any time to type actually. See the backend, just 3 or 4 line code. Now I'm not going to console it. I'm going to delete it. Just 3 lines. Okay, right? Okay. Is it okay? So my questions for you guys is like, how do I show on the chart here? It's React. Boom, boom. Create chart array and push user chart in there. And we render. Yes. So let's do it. Const. And this one is gonna be chats or messages, right? Or you can call it chat log. Let's call it chat log to make it like different from chats or messages. Let's confuse. Set chat log equal to use state empty array. Okay. Save. And now instead of console log, let's just keep to the console log. Now we want to do something else. Let's say chat log dot push message, right? And then we can do set chat log. Chat log? No, that's not gonna work. We have to. I'm gonna remove this one, this line. And here you can do something like this. It's shorter. Destructuring chat log. Then you push, or you can comma message like this. It's okay. Let's see if it works. And then here, let's console log chat log. We have to make sure that the chat log is correct before we render it, right? Okay, I'm gonna test one. All right, so I see one inside there, and this guy also see it. So this guy gonna chat hello one, chat it. Okay. Now you see the problems. This guy only see chat one. Hi there. Bam. When you enter, you only see the previous chat, the chat just now. You don't see all the previous one, right? There are reason for that, because we put it inside the use effect here, right? So in order to avoid that, we can do something like this. This is how should I say? It's very hard to explain. For example, the chat log here, it's not the chat log. It's not the current chat log here. I'm going to explain. Chat log here is not the current. It's not the real time. I would say real time chat log. It is the chat log initiated when we first call use effect, right? So the first time we call this use effect, the array is empty, and then we push the new message to that array. And then the second time, the use effect is called only once, but this function still persists. It still persists, right? And this function, every time it's called again, the chat log will be empty. Will be this one, this value. So that's why we have something called ref. So we put it in the backend. No, the purpose here, the purpose today here is we should not send the whole log. We should not send the whole log, right? It's gonna like, what if people chatting for 1 hour and the log's gonna be very long? And if we keep sending the whole log every time a user chat something, it's gonna be a nightmare for the bandwidth. So that's one way. This is the error on the front end. This is the problem of the front end. Also the problems of React. And there's one way to fix it. I don't know if I have it in the lab here. Not. It's not here. I think it's tomorrow. I don't know why I do it this way. It should be in tomorrow problems. We can, let me see. Let me test this one. Let a equal to chat log dot slice. Okay. And then we can do a push msg. Then we can set state a. Let's see what happened here. Actually, React has a serious problem with array. Serious problem with array. Okay, now we can test. There's nothing inside here, right? I'm gonna hello. Okay, and then hi. So same problem. So the problem is with array. And there's a fix. If you click on the Thursday, we have something called shit. We have something called ref, use ref. And use ref is going to capture the current value, the real-time value of this of that array. Go number 8. Actually, it's number 9, right? Thursday, number 9. I'm gonna call ref. Uh, here, I have a section to explain why we use ref, and that's also the problem. You cannot push a message like that. All right. So here we have a use. We have to use ref. If you take a look at the document on how to use ref, why don't I have it here? I'm gonna show you use ref. So this is the official documentation on React in React documentation API. So you have something called use ref. Click on it, and this is how. Oh shit! This is so hard to understand. Let me find use ref. Basically, you will try to avoid use what was it? I forgot. So you want to const this use ref initial value. Use ref return a mutable reference object whose dot current property is the initialized to the pass argument initial value, and the return object will proceed from the full time. So you can use something like this, and you can use current. Okay, let's try it. Learning portal. That's weird. I should have another use ref. Wow, I only have one explanation here. Okay, let's go back to the code. Don't worry, I will show you here. So I'm gonna const for example chat logs chat log copy ref, okay, equal to use ref, and then we have to initialize this, right? So we have chat log ref equal to use ref and then chat log, but before that you have to import it first, use ref. So now before we do anything, let's console log what the hell is chat log ref. Okay, console log it. Okay, let's see what happened here. I'm gonna chat here, and actually you can see current, right? The object, the property current, and this current is the value of this here until you chat, and the current becomes a, then it becomes ddd. Right, cool. So I have chat log, and I'm gonna do chat log equal to chat log ref dot slice, and then I'm gonna push it. Okay, let's see what happened. A hit enter, error. All right, I forgot. Dot current a chat a chat. Holy shit, it's gone. It's still there. Let me think. That's weird. Why we push it into backend? No. So my problem here is that Israel problem right now is that chat log here is always empty when we call. Right. So that's why when we add a new one, it's gonna add just one element into the empty object, empty array, and then the next time we add another message, it's still the empty array with the plus one. So I'm gonna go and see use ref example. The doc here is very like it's so hard to read here. You have chat and then you have focus. This is the element here. It's not the value. Ref my ref use ref current. That current obviously doesn't cause re-render. So sometimes I think you have to compare the ref. Okay. We rarely run into this kind of problem for ref. Is it worth use ref from React? Okay. So you have something called ref container reference. What the hell? This one is exactly the same in the doc. Oh, now you can compare it here. Let me go back. Not this one. This one's fine. How to use it with example. They don't use the same example. No, I don't want it. What if I change this one? What if I move this one out? See what happened? What? Okay. Use ref cannot you be called inside callback, so it has to be outside. No, normally you would want to do it that way. So go back and take a read again. I think I already have it here. This is my start chatting. Wait, all right, socket 2, use ref. So here's the example. Here's the, I explain it. So for today lab, I actually did it in a different way. In a different way. Say, for example, construct message and what? Oh, right here, profanities and yeah, I skipped that part. Sorry. How to use it? What's your ref? Hang on. Give me 1 second. 1 minute. Use ref. What's wrong with this? So why the hell they all use the same example from the documentation taken from? Yes, I know. So now you can do it like that. Cons use ref and yeah. All right, sorry. This one's gonna be empty array. You gotta push it. Correct. And no, use ref here has to be checked up. Current slides and then I think check. Right. Wait, hang on. Let's go back to the lab here and I'll explain it later. Sorry, start here. Start with the use ref. How to use it. But rendering the message is okay, right? So let's talk about the buzzwords here, the profanity, or you can call it event acknowledgement, which is something from the backend side. So I'm gonna leave it here. Push messages. Everything here is fine. This one is fine. Lighten. So actually it doesn't work yet because I forgot one line of code. I think it's I to create a reference to the current value of chat log. Right. To create a ref to current value of chat log because the chat log here I'm gonna this let's a equal to chat log dot slice here. The chat log here is actually initiate when we first call the function use effect, right? And at that time, chat log is an empty array. So inside this use effect, chat log is always empty array. They are always empty array. And then when you push a new message to an empty array, you actually receive an array with one element, right? As you can see here, I'm gonna there I actually construct chat log here. Let's see what happened here. If you chat one and you chat it, you actually receive one element inside an array, which is fine. Everything is fine up until now. Until you chat another one, you're gonna chat hello, right? When you hit enter, bam, one is gone. There's only hello here, right? So if you type another one, hi, when you hit chat, you only see hi. That's our problem right now. Okay, something from Young. The first element of use effect is an anonymous function. Would it be different if we bring that function outside? Let's see. I'm gonna cut everything here, right? Cons establishing chat connection equal function, and then this function gonna have, and we pass everything in here, right? And then we're gonna call the function chat connection just like that, right? I still think it also have the same problem. Okay, I still think it had the same problem. Let's see. Empty, chat one, chat two. See, same problem. Ba-bam. And what if I put chat log here? So this problem is from the React itself. Some problem with array. Chat log, and then I'm gonna say chat log here and chat log here, chat log here. Yes. Let's see what happened. One, okay, two, same problems. So it's a problem with the array, and we have to use ref in order to bypass it, and use ref here, which I will show you later. Need to read more on this, like we hardly use it. Okay, let's go back to another thing that we need to know for Socket.io. So that one is React. It's not anything related to Node.js or Socket.io at all. So that problem is React problem itself. So then let's move on to this one first, and then I'll go back there later. Okay, we've done number 4. Now it's number 5. Event acknowledgement. Why is this? So basically when you chat, right? For example, if you chat with a really bad word, for a foul word, right? For example, shit, and then our server will have to stop you from chatting that, and it will let you know, okay, you cannot use that word, and it also not allow, it will also not sending that message to all the clients, right? So how we do that? Actually called event acknowledgement here. Event acknowledgement. So before we emit anything, we will have something called event acknowledgement here. Okay. So basically you can send a, so the whole thing here can be a message or a callback function, right? This callback function, you can send a chat, um, another function, callback function, callback, or you change the error, callback, message is not defined. What? Oh yeah, because this one belongs to this curve. That's right. So now nothing worked yet, but basically you can send multiple stuff. Like you can also send a function there. It's also work. This one is usually called error. So if anything is go wrong, you're gonna say if if there's an error, you might say if error. You're gonna say console log error. If there's an error, you can console error. If there's no error, it's okay. If there's no error, you're gonna do this else. So I'm gonna else and put everything here inside the else. What is this? So I'm gonna put everything here inside the else. Okay. So if there's an error, we console log the error. Else, we're gonna do everything like here. We set state everything. Okay. Now go back to the back end. Call back here, message here. For example, here, if I say you can have a library called, I think it's profanity. What is it called? We can have another a library from npm that's gonna block the bad word by read the bad words. It's called bad words actually. So easy. And here's the library. This library gonna check the string. It's gonna check the string, and if the string actually have something like this, right? That means asshole or some buzzword, and then it's gonna return true or false, right? It's gonna return true or false. It actually have a lot of additional feature. For example, it can clean, it can add the words, and it can also remove. So we will stick with the basic one. We will install it. Why do we have to install save to install it? I'm gonna stop the server, install the library, bam. And here's how they tell us how to use it. So you're gonna import cons, let's go down here, cons filter equal require password, bad words, sorry, and then cons filter equal to new filter. Do we need this? Yeah, filter equal to new filter, and then you can do filter dot profanity. Like this filter is going to check everything for you. Filter dot profanity dot profan. This method, it actually helps you to check if inside your string there is a bad word or not. So profan here. Wait, right, is profane here, right? So inside the class here, inside the class, the bad word, the filter class, there's a method called is profane, and you're gonna use this method. Yeah, I'm gonna say console log. So now I'm just console log, right? Console log the message filter dot is profane, and then we have the message in here. Message. This message comes from line 15. Put in here. We can select true or false, right? This will result with tell us true or false only. So I'm gonna say npm run dev again. Okay, let's actually send something. What is this? Let's send something. Okay, we chat something and the backend side false. So that means there's no bad words, right? So if I say something asshole, for example, so there's a bad word inside the string. Okay. So now we can check if I'm gonna filter dot is profane, and inside here's an argument which is a message, right? We are not gonna send this image message else, right? So we're gonna move this one into else. If this, we're gonna say code cv profanity is not allowed. Okay, go back to the front end. We actually have the condition here to check if error console log error, else we render the chat, we console log the chat. Okay, let's say one is okay, we can chat with one, right? We can also chat with two, it's okay. So what if I chat with asshole? Right, something it's broken here. Again broken. Terminal here. CV is not a function. Ooh, I think you don't need this. No. Let's go back and take a look here. So this is on the back end. CV is not a function, which is bullshit. Return CV. Oh, so on the front end we send it like this. On the front end we send it like this. That's weird because I don't know why they make it like this. And they have 3 arguments here, but here you only have 2 arguments. So on the front end, this is the front end, right? You don't need the message here. Okay, if error, so this is gonna cause a problem. Gotta check this one again. Else, so you can use input message. Oh shit, that's why it's feel weird. Okay, too. I'm gonna cut this one. Sorry, it should not be inside this event. It's not in this event. It should be only in the chat event. Actually, in the chat event. Sorry. So the chat event, we can have another function here. If error, we say, so only when we send a chat, we need to listen to the event acknowledgement. If error, we will console log error. Else, we can say something to declare ourselves. This one just to tell to ourselves. Else console log message has been sent, right? So that means we successfully send a message to the backend. And let's test it again. Find here, delete everything. I'm gonna say something wrong on the backend. I have to restart the backend server. CB is not a function. Now it should be a function. Yeah. Message notified. Yeah. Right. Again, go back. Clear the log. Chat one. One is there. Asshole. Right. Profanity is not allowed. And then actually when you chat that, this client doesn't receive anything. For example, if you chat, I'm gonna clear everything, refresh everyone. Go to chat one, enter. This client actually see it, right? He see one here, so he see the chat. But if this guy he chat asshole and he hit enter, he received a message profanity is not allowed. But this guy doesn't receive anything. This guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't know that, oh, okay, that guy chats asshole. Okay, that's how the chat works. And that's how we use event acknowledgement. So we have this on the event that the client sent to us. Okay. That's it. So right now you may have a bunch of curly braces here, which is not so nice. You can change your code a little bit, so you can return here, and then you don't have to worry about it else. So that's it. Okay, it's a little bit nicer. So that means we stop right here after we do CB profanity is not allowed. All right. So that's it for milestone. I don't know, milestone 5. It looks a lot, but that's it. So 6 is elementing the timestamp into our chat app. And this one, just instead of sending a message, and then on the front end we don't know whoever that chat. I don't know who chat that. I don't know who chat one. This guy receive this guy, the client B, for example, client B receive a message called 1, but he doesn't know who chat this message, right? So now we need to find a way to figure out how to fix it. So instead of sending the just a chat, instead of sending just a string, where is it? Here. Instead of sending just a string, we can send an object. Let's remove it and send it an object. Right now, I'm gonna hardcode it. No, just send chat. Then let chat equal to an object. Inside the object, we have another chat message. We call it message, or you can call it text. Will be equal to the chat up there. Let's not call it chat. Chat object, for example. Chat object, and inside that you have a text with equal to the chat state here. And go down, you can have a name. For example, name. It could be any name. For example, client name. Right now I'm hardcoding it, but you should make it dynamic depending on who's using the app, the window here. So for example, this guy is going to be client A, this guy is going to be client B, and you have to make it dynamic. And I expect that you guys already know how to do it, right? And then you're going to send the chat object here. Bam. You send the whole chat object, and then go back to the back end, because this message here is not a single message anymore. It's an object. So you call it an object. Yeah. Oh, shit. Object. So in this object, you're gonna have object.text, right? And then if that's fine, you're gonna send the object back. Cool. So now, if you say hello, right, you see an object, an array of objects. Inside that, you will see the first message is hello from client A. Right, this guy also see it from client A. So this is how we like distinguish which client is chatting. So in order to capture who is who on the front end, you just to use effect. Before we actually chat, we can ask for a name. For example, name and set name. So by default, it's gonna be use state unknown. So by default, it's gonna be someone we don't know, and then set name set name function, and in set name here, let's not do that. I forgot how to prompt the prompt. Okay, let const user equal to prompt, and then please enter your name, for example, and then you can set name, and then user here. Okay, so now you can use name here instead of hard coding by name. and how that work? Right, it's from and ask you B. This guy is B. This guy A, and then A is gonna chat hello. As you can see here, you can see A chat hello, and if this guy chat hi A, hit enter, and from here you can see right B chat hi A. Make sense? Right. I'm gonna let you guys do the last milestone here because it's your assignment. I actually do this one for you, and this one's gonna be your assignment. And I'm gonna ask a couple of questions here. Let you guys ask the questions before I stop the video, and I will dig into the use ref here to figure out how to use the use ref properly. Like I only use it 4 or 5 times, and it's a long time ago. Okay, do you guys have any questions? So for now, just don't use it. Actually, just use it, but you don't need to render the whole list. I'm gonna get back to you in just like 10 minutes, most max, right? Okay. So I explained the problems in the code here. I explained the problem with the reference here already. So we just need to find how to use this one. It's quite tricky, right? So any question about the flow, the whole flow? Today we are not gonna store any chat message inside our backend server. Instead, we just send all the messages right away. We don't store any. The log will be stored on the client side. And tomorrow we will learn how to improve the chat app. Cool. I think the most annoying part today of today lab is the React rather than the backend. Okay, if you don't have any question, I'm gonna stop. I think I lost someone already. Hey, so I'm gonna stop now. Con log charge uref. This one is how. There are two ways to get around here. The first way is to use useref. The second way is like I have to do some experiment. React has some serious problem with arrays. It's not just React, it's JavaScript as a whole. All right, see you guys. I'll get back to you in 15 minutes max. I'm gonna stop sharing.